Hello everyone, I am propping up my phone here really quickly with my dog Butt in my picture. Can you say hi, Dexter? Do you want to say hi? He's looking for his sisters who are in gymnastics right now. What do you think? I'll give everybody some time to hop on here. It's like PG, it's rated R. I'll edit this out. You gotta cover up your stuff, mister. Okay. I'm going to go to my group really fast, or my event really fast, and make sure that I'm live. And then we can kind of dig in and get started once I start to see people hop on. If you hop on and you can see me, please comment, maybe comment so that I can see if I can see any comments this time. Sometimes for my phone it doesn't show all the comments, which kind of sucks. So okay, perfect. Yay! Hello Christina, hello Lisa. Oh good, okay. Perfect. That's what I wanted to hear. Okay. As everybody gets on, just say hi so I can see you. I'll give everybody just a couple more minutes to hop on before we get started, and then I will dig in. Again, one of the benefits of this business is being able to work from anywhere. So I am literally in the back seat of my car, outside of our gymnastics, with my dog in the car, while my kids are at gymnastics. So I think the biggest thing I love about this job is the flexibility, to really just be able to work from anywhere and to create your own schedule. And so I can set this call up for 6 o'clock Mountain Time, 7 o'clock Central, and hop on from anywhere as long as I have Wi-Fi, right? Or signal at least. So that's pretty cool to me. I've got my energy ready to go. Okay. Well, I will go ahead and dig in. Just give you a little background of me. I have notes to the side here too, just in case you see me looking to the side and I'm not crazy and looking somewhere else or doing something different or playing on my Facebook. My name is Raina Odell. I am a Beachbody coach. I am a mom. I have 2 daughters, Mackenzie and Ella, who are 9 and 10. So they are in, oh my gosh, I didn't even know what grade they're in. What are they in? 3rd and 5th? 3rd grade and 5th grade. All my days with my kids just to kind of blur together at this point. I have 2 dogs, 2 Maltipoo puppies, Dexter and Walter. And I have been a health and fitness coach for 4 years now, nearly 4 years. And on April 12th, they will be 4 years exactly that I signed up to do this opportunity. So just to give you kind of a background, some of you watching are probably coaches. Some of you may already know my story. If you don't already know my story, listen. If you do already know my story, feel free to put your kids to bed or do whatever you need to do. But my story starts back in 2005, actually, when I graduated high school. I graduated high school, moved to a little bit bigger town where there was a couple colleges, and I attended college there. And I met my husband there. Didn't know he was going to be my husband at the time, but ended up being my husband, literally right after graduation. I met him actually on August 3rd of 2005. About 6 weeks later, in October, I found out that I was pregnant, okay? So we wasted no time. We literally jumped right in. And during this time, and when I met him, he actually struggled with drug and alcohol addiction. I knew it when I met him. Didn't care at the time because I was 18 and everybody did it, you know what I mean, back then. So it was the norm. So I accepted it. But when I got pregnant, I said, okay, time to stop. And he didn't stop. He was a full-blown addict, so he couldn't stop. I battled that for a very long time. Megan's on! Hi! I'm so broke out. You said I'm gorgeous, and then I looked at my face and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so broke out right now. Can't even cover it up. Anyway, I get super distracted by the chat, by the way, if anyone's can't tell. So I got pregnant and we ended up having our first daughter, Mackenzie. We got married when Mackenzie was 9 months old. We then found out I was pregnant again on Mackenzie's first birthday. So I had my second daughter, and they are 19 months apart. And again, the entire time throughout the pregnancies, throughout everything, Brett still struggled with drug and alcohol addiction. There were days when he would say that he was going to go to Walmart or Target. Thank you, Stephanie. And he wouldn't come home till 10 o'clock the next morning. So I basically, I didn't raise my kids by myself, but I feel like some days that I did raise my kids by myself because he wasn't there. I, over this time, struggled, mentally, especially, developed some depression, some anxiety, felt, just worthless, like I wasn't enough, and developed eating disorders during this time. I struggled with anorexia for a really long time. I worked at a call center during this phase of my life, and I had my own little desk, and in the desk I had a drawer where I kept my food, and I lived off of what I called my Cheerio diet. Okay, I literally had a box of Cheerios, and I would pop a handful of Cheerios whenever I felt a hunger pain. And I did this every single day for a very long time. I got down to about 110 pounds, and I'm 5'6", so I'm not a short person, and I really just was skin and bones at that point. I was wilted down to nothing. Oh, did you fall? Okay, excuse you. Okay. After that lasted probably about 3 years that I struggled with anorexia. After that, I developed binge eating and bulimia. I would binge on 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 bad calories. Cereal was my vice, so I would literally pour 3, 4, 5 bowls of cereal, heaping bowls of cereal, and eat it all until I physically couldn't swallow anymore. And I would then purge, and I would take a double dose of laxatives to kind of clean myself out. And I did this every single day for a very long time. I remember waiting for Brett to leave the house, and then I would just scarf as much cereal as I could. I remember being a crazy person some days and literally sitting there with my bowl of cereal, like looking out the window to see if he was coming back so I could hide it. That lasted again about 3 more years. 4 years probably. Okay. While I struggled with binge eating and bulimia, I gained weight. I gained a lot of weight. And I most people think that doing the binging and purging, you would lose weight, and that's the goal, is to try to lose the weight and not, be able to eat what you wanted and then get rid of it. But I gained a lot of weight. I gained about 40 pounds overweight. I'm sorry, Amy. I was about 40 pounds overweight whenever I kind of hit my rock bottom. So what happened is, basically I had enough, right? I got to this breaking point where I physically, mentally, emotionally, financially couldn't take anymore. I could not take anymore. So I filed for divorce, and I moved out. I moved in with a friend, and her husband and her 3 kids, and did my best to survive. We were separated for about 3 months, never officially divorced. But after about 3 months of being separated, Brett also hit a rock bottom, and he rededicated his life. He got baptized. Thank you, Brittany. He got baptized, and when he got baptized, it was a complete game changer for me. It was not just the fact that he got baptized, but it was literally like everything was washed away with it. With him being baptized. His sins washed away, and mine, my memories, my fears, my hesitations, every bit of animosity that I had built up, every bit of resentment that I had built up against him was gone. Completely and totally gone. And I have people reach out to me still to this day and say, how did you fix your marriage, and how did you get over it was just gone. It literally was, and I have no words to explain it, and I know that doesn't help at all. But I do have help in a second. So we renewed our vows, and we got back together in June, and we renewed our vows in September. And I couldn't have been happier. I couldn't have been happier at the time. I literally had everything that I wanted at that point. I had a healthy marriage again. I had my family back together, but I looked down, and then I was also stuck with this body that I had abused for so long. Literally about 7 years of eating disorders, of just ruining my metabolism, okay? Completely destroying it. And so I, at that point, was like, I have to do something. Something has to change, because I was not as happy as I could have been if I had felt better, if that makes sense. So what I did is I joined a gym. We lived in an apartment at the time, and right across the street was a Lifetime Fitness in Kansas City. And so I joined Lifetime Fitness, and they had classes. They had pump classes. It's like lifting weights and stuff like that, and at a fast pace and stuff. It was fun. I joined that gym. I did that pump class probably 3-4 times a week. Every chance that they offered it, I did it. And I became obsessed with it. I was on a website and an app called MyFitnessPal. Some of you might know about it. But I was on that application where I was tracking my food and monitoring what I was eating and things like that. And it's really a community of people. It's kind of like a Facebook for fitness, where you can track food also. Hold on just a second. So I was on that website a ton. And like literally every single day. Like at one point it said I had, it tracks how long you log in. And at one point I had logged in for like 500 and some days in a row. Like a long time. Like I was kind of obsessed with it. And I had started to see people post about Shakeology. And this magic shake, right? And I was like, perfect. Like it's exactly what I need is a magic shake. And so I reached out. I actually think I posted on my little news feed on MyFitnessPal. And I said, does anybody know about Shakeology? Anybody know where I can get Shakeology? Curious, I'm wanting to try it, wanting to get some samples. And so I had a friend at the time comment and refer me to my now coach, Leslie. And I reached out to her on Facebook. I told her, I wanted some Shakeology samples, wanted to try it, curious about the shake. I was already in the gym. I'm pretty sure I wasn't even interested at the time in doing any workouts or anything from home. I had never tried a Beachbody program before, never tried Shakeology before. But Leslie talked to me about my goals, talked to me about what I was working towards, asked about my family and things like that. And I kind of shared my story with her briefly. And she said one sentence to me. She said, have you ever thought about doing what I do? Have you ever thought about coaching? And I said, no, but I'm in. Like I'm absolutely in. And it was literally like a light went off where I just knew that this is what I was supposed to do. She sent me a recording and I listened to a webinar very, very similar to this of 2 different coaches that actually shared their story and about what they did as coaches and things like that. And I was hooked. It was all I needed to hear about people having the accountability and a little bit of success in this business. That's all I needed to hear to know that that's what I wanted to be a part of. Okay. So I begged my husband. I begged him. I was like, okay, I was like nervous. Like I had butterflies in my stomach to even ask him if I could sign up. And I remember him saying, I was sitting in the car. We were on our way to church one morning and I said, okay, I want to ask you something. I really want to do this thing. I'm scared to ask you, but I really want to ask you because I really want to do it. And I said, I want to become a Beachbody coach. And he was like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Like even me just saying the word Beachbody, he was like under the impression that I was going to be like on the beach in bikini. Like he had no idea what Beachbody even was because I didn't either. I'm sorry some of you aren't having a lot of success watching the video, but I will have it recorded and I swear I'm going to have it posted to YouTube, so I'll be sure to share the link on the page, okay? But Brett said no at first, and I spent about a week begging him, okay? Begging him to let me be a part of Beachbody. And about a week later, he said okay, and I could sign up on Friday, which was payday, because at the time we were living paycheck to paycheck. We had a lot of debt, a lot of bills, a lot of debt from his addiction before that. So we signed up. I signed up. Oh, are you choking to death? Signed up on a Friday, and it was April 12th of 2013. And I was in 100% in, 100% sold. Like, tell me what I have to do to be successful and I'm going to do it. And that was the approach that I took. And I didn't slow down. Okay. I rank advanced very quickly. I grew very quickly in the business. I have to share a disclaimer in case anybody's watching that's going to be like, oh my gosh, she's claiming to make, Beachbody doesn't guarantee any level of success. You have to actually work very, very, very freaking hard. Okay. Not going to be, act like this is a very easy business to get into. I'm not going to act like it's an easy business to make money, and it can be, but you have to work for it. But I made money very quickly. I remember Brett saying, you know, I'll let you join as long as you pay back the $205. Like, I want my return, right, on my investment that I'm putting in, and then anything extra you can keep. And I said, okay. So my very first week as a coach, I made $243. $243. So I made well over my investment that I had actually used to buy in, and I kept the rest. The next week, I made more. The next week, I made more. I made $4,000 in my first 90 days as a coach, okay? Brett was not on board in the beginning, you guys. That's what I want to share, is a lot of spouses are going to be very hesitant for you guys to join this opportunity. And I'm telling you right now, my husband was not on board when I joined, okay? What convinced him was $4,000 later, right? He saw that I was actually earning an income. He saw that I was actually sticking to it and sticking to the workouts and doing what I said I was going to do. So that's what convinced him. About a year later, we sat down at the park one day because I was starting to earn close to what my husband was making. He worked for Verizon and for a company called Centos at the time. So he was earning about 6 figures, over 6 figures in his business, but he traveled a lot and he hated it at the time. So our goal at that time was to retire him. We wanted to bring him home from work. And so we sat down at the park. We were getting close to earning what we were with Beachbody, or, you know, what he was earning as a representative for the company, and then I was getting close to it with Beachbody. And so we sat down and kind of did the math, and I said, okay, I have to make XYZ, and I'm going to do it. And we gave ourselves a year to retire him from his business, or from his position with the company. And I actually did that in 3 months. Okay. We retired him May 31st of 2014, I want to say 14, I think. And he's been home ever since. He's been retired ever since. So it's been our full-time income with Beachbody. Okay? Just want to share that, because that's huge. That was a huge accomplishment that we had. My nose is running. I'm sorry, guys. And I'm wiping it on my sleeve. It's so disgusting. I'm super classy, if you can't tell already. So next thing I'll share is the fact that I just want to share some accomplishments that I've had, okay? Along with the retiring Brett. My daughter's outside. Set a goal. I'd actually gone on an event with my coach to an event in Dana Point, California. My first year as a coach. I went in October, I think, of 2013 as a new coach. And at that time, I had lived in Missouri all my life, like not gone outside of Missouri once. I traveled to Kansas maybe for a freaky weekend, you know what I mean? But I didn't travel, not at all. So being in Dana Point, California, I was like, holy crap, like, Dexter, you see some kids? He's going crazy. Like, holy crap, like, big time city, like, just crazy to see being in California. I fell in love with it, obviously. Like, who wouldn't fall in love with it when they're there? Hey, calm down a little bit. I'm sorry. So I fell in love with it, and I told Brett, I went home, I got home from that trip, and I said, I am moving us to California. You mark my words. Like, I am moving us to California in 1 year, and it's going to happen. So later that year, the next year was our annual summit event. It was our event where we actually had it in Vegas, so we decided to road trip from Vegas to California. And when we road tripped to California, I was like, okay, I'm like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, Brett needs to fall in love with California. Like, he needs to love it because I'm moving us there. Like, we're gonna do it. At the time, I needed to make a lot more than I was making to be able to afford living in California. After, you know, the cost of living is higher there, the taxes are higher there, like everything was higher there. And so we went out there, no surprise, he fell in love with it. And this is where I told him, I didn't tell him before, I told him this, I am moving us to California in 1 year. 1 year exactly. I worked my butt off every single day to grow my business, to grow my team, to grow my income in general. And we moved exactly 1 year later to Encinitas, California. And just we literally had a house on the beach. We had this balcony. I say had because we live in Colorado now because taxes suck. Okay. But we had this balcony where you just walk out of our living room and it's just like 180 ocean view. Like, it was just phenomenal. Freaking fell in love with California. Still love it to this day. I'm actually moving back. But just being there and knowing that I did it myself, all by myself, and my team, it was like obviously a group effort, but knowing that I had that accomplished after setting such a huge goal was amazing. My income has only grown. You guys, we moved to California 2 years ago. We lived there for 1 year. After 1 year, we were like, you know what? We need to be smart at this point. Like, it was amazing living there, but we do need to be smart, and taxes were just gonna kill us. Not that we didn't make the money, because when you make money, you have to pay the money in taxes. So we had the money for it. It was just hard to swallow spending that much at this point. So we were like, what's the second coolest place we could live? We thought about Colorado, and here we are. So we are now in Colorado, backed up against a mountain with the Pike National Forest in our backyard. I wouldn't move without having a killer view, so we still have a killer view, but it's just a different layout right now. So that is where we are now. I have to share this part of my story because our lives are constantly changing. Our lives are constantly changing. Life happens every single day. My husband is still, resurfaced, still struggling with some addiction issues. So we are actually separated right now, again. And you know what? That's okay. Because again, life happens and things happen, and we have to take what we're given. And this business has been, my best friends are in this business with me. My best friends that I get to work with and talk to and be around every single day are in this business with me, and that's what gets me through this, okay? Every single day that I don't feel like working, all I have to do is open my computer or send a quick text message, and they're there, okay? All I have to do is log into my Facebook and check in with my accountability group, and they're there, okay? I have so much positivity that is surrounding me because of this business that I have no choice but to wake up happy every single day. Okay, so I just wanted to share that with you, share where I was at. Obviously, I have a huge story, and it's only gonna grow from here. Like, it's only gonna build. And I'm gonna have so much more, to share with you guys. Just give it time. Chaos is always happening. Thank you guys. It is, Amy. Colorado is gorgeous. It really is, and it's raining here, but it never really rains. And when it snows, it's gone the next day because it's always sunny. It's honestly pretty perfect, minus not having a beach. So that's about it. So in the business, okay, we basically, when you sign up, we find out what your goals are, right? You can be in this business to grow financially. You can be in this business to just have the accountability like I wanted when I started. Okay, you can be in this business to grow the friendships. You can be in this business to have it as a hobby. You can be in this business to have an extra $100 a month, or an extra $500 a month, or an extra $1,000 a month. Whatever your goal is, we take your goal and run with you. Okay, at your own pace. Okay, so our lifeline in this business, basically our bread and butter in this business, are what we call challenge groups. In our challenge groups, we post every single day. We share our journey every single day. As a new coach, that's what your focus is. Your focus is your own journey. And I don't know any other companies that bring you on and they're like, you know what, focus on you. Okay, there's not very many that do that. Usually they're very pretty selfish, and they're like, sell for us, promote this, promote that. You have to focus on your journey first and foremost, because if you don't believe in the products, if you don't believe in the workouts, if you don't believe in Shakeology, then how are you going to set people up with it and get them to believe in the products? Okay, it's going to be very hard. So we always first and foremost have you focus on your journey alone. Okay, we focus on accountability, because our slogan is fitness plus nutrition plus support equals success. So we really truly believe in these challenge groups and what we do every single day as coaches. We have guides to help you with the challenge groups. Usually when you are a new coach, you're plugged in with your first group with your actual coach that signed you up. So you're not just thrown in and having to do all this on your own. You're walked through it every step of the way. Okay? So I'm going to cover just a few hesitations that most people have when it comes to this business. Okay? Sorry, I'm reading. Shanti is my dude. I'm a Tony Horton person. I started with P90X, freaking fell in love with Tony. Like, I like just that I stop mid-workout to laugh at his stupid corny jokes. I love the man. But Shanti is awesome too. Autumn's awesome. Sagi is awesome. Like, we have so many great programs and so many great trainers. And now that we have our All Access Pass, you literally get all of it. Every single program that we have, even including programs that come out in 2017. So it's pretty crazy. But, okay, hold on. Before I dig into hesitations, cheers. Hopefully you guys have wine or coffee or something. Danielle, thank you for asking. My first day of quarter force was really good, actually. So before I got sick, I have ulcerative colitis. I don't know how I didn't share that part of my group, but I have ulcerative colitis, and I was actually pretty severe for a while, actually since October. So I literally just got to the point where I could work out again, and I did Country Heat, and I finished Country Heat and loved it. I'd done it before, but before I got sick, I actually got 2 weeks into to Quarter Force and had to stop. So I never really finished Quarter Force. So day one was awesome. I've already obviously done a day one before, the MMA speed workout, and I loved it. And I had to modify a little bit, but not a lot. I was able to do some jumping and stuff like that and feel pretty good afterwards. So I'm not complaining. Not complaining. We'll go through the full 60 days and see how I feel. First hesitation I want to touch on. Okay, and I will try to keep this webinar to an hour, you guys. I'm not going to try to keep you all night. But my first hesitation is that you have to be fit. Okay, I have a lot of people that I talk to every single day, and the main hesitation that most people have is that you have to be fit, is that you need to have abs already, you have to be blonde, you have to, have all this success already, and that couldn't be further from the truth. Actually, people that sign on that already have abs, that already have all this success fitness-wise, usually aren't as successful as the people who sign on, walk their journey out in front of everyone, and have a physical transformation in front of their following, okay? So we're not looking for people who already have abs. We're not looking for the fitness lovers, we're not looking for the already chiseled competitors. We're not looking for those people. We're looking for normal people, okay? Normal people who have goals that they want to work towards, okay? You do not have to be fit. You do not have to be fit. You do not have to be fit. Can you write that down and soak that in? You do not have to be fit, but what you do have to do is you have to be open and willing to sharing your journey, okay? As long as you're open and willing to sharing your journey, the rest will come, and you will have success, okay? Second hesitation, I just bit my cheek. Second hesitation that I want to touch on is time. You don't have time to work this business. You guys, I am sitting outside of my children's gymnastics on a webinar. You have time. Okay, you just might not think that it's a priority right now. And if you're not able to make it a priority, then maybe this business isn't for you right now. Okay, what I'm saying is that you can easily grow this business in 30 to 60 minutes a day. You easily can. In the beginning of this business, I had 2 kids home. Okay, I also worked from home. I did it's so weird to say this out loud, but I actually made scarves and bracelets and necklaces and stuff like that, crafting stuff at home. And I actually had a shop on Etsy. You guys, I was busy. I had tens of 20s of 30s orders to do every single day. And I was busy. In the very beginning of my business, I did that during the day while watching my kids. And then when my kids went to bed, that is when I worked. Okay. If you are passionate about it, if you can make it a priority, you will be successful and you will find the time to do it. I worked a lot on the couch from my laptop while my husband watched TV, okay? You can watch TV while working at the same time, while working on the business or going through training or any of those things, okay? Good job, James. I love it. So you have time, okay? Time is an excuse. Even coaches that have already signed up, I hear that time objection a lot, that hesitation of time a lot. but it is simply just an excuse. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. Yeah, we might have different things filling those 24 hours, but they're the same 24 hours, and what is a priority to you will get done, okay? I'll go through questions in just a little bit, okay? The third hesitation I want to touch on is fear of criticism. This is a huge one, okay? This is a huge one. People are terrified to share their journey on social media because they're afraid of what people are going to think. I've been there, okay? I've been there. I remember as a new coach coming on, I remember taking my 30-day progress pictures. My 30-day progress pictures were actually taken in like bikini bottoms. They were like they were pretty conservative bikini bottoms, mind you, and a sports bra. Okay, that's what I used. That's what I wore in my 30-day progress pictures. In my 30-day progress pictures, when I posted them, I had a ton, and I say a ton, but I'm saying probably 7 or 8 women from my church that actually bashed me, called me out publicly on Facebook, saying that my body should be for my husband only, that I shouldn't be posting pictures of my body on social media, that I must not be a strong Christian because of this. They actually went to my pastor. I had to have meetings with my pastors to share what I was doing, and that it wasn't with, on ill terms or on, with a bad intention of sharing my body and making men fall off track or whatever whatever. Like, yeah, somebody did a mean face. Like, that's a very well-deserved face. It was ridiculous. Okay? You guys, it is so sad. And it's sad because the biggest critics that you will have are the people closest to you. Okay? I'm telling you that now. Your family, your friends, you might get lucky and you'll have that family that is just ridiculously supportive. Because family-wise, they were. I had a lot of family that was ridiculously supportive. Friend-wise, not so much. Okay, a couple of them are coaches now, so it's all good. But I've moved past that. But what I did is I didn't stop. I didn't let them determine my success. Their opinions do not pay my bills, and that's the mindset that I had going into coaching from day 31 on. Okay, they are not paying my bills, and their opinions do not matter to me. So I let it fuel my fire. That's what happened. And you know what? Some of them came around. Some of them actually apologized years later for the way that they acted. Okay, I'm going to turn on the brightness a little bit. Some of them apologized years later. Okay, and again, like I said, some of them are coaches now. Okay, so no hard feelings, but just know that criticism is going to come. People get uncomfortable. People don't like seeing other people's success, and that is so sad to say out loud, but it's the truth. Okay, so when you start to have a little bit of success, know that the haters are going to be right behind you. Okay, it's just part of it. And I guarantee, even if you're not a coach, I guarantee in whatever business you are in right now, that comes with it. It's just life. 'Tis life, right? But let it fuel your fire, and know that deep down you are helping people and you are changing people's lives. And that's what we have to tell ourselves, is we're not doing anything wrong. No matter what people say, no matter what people think, we're not doing anything wrong. We are literally changing lives, including our own. Okay? Truth. I'll, mic drop. Okay? Fourth hesitation. Selling. Who wants to be a salesperson? Not me. Okay? And I know you don't either. And I know that selling is like that tacky thing that nobody wants to be a part of, and I hear that all the time, is I don't know if I'd be good at coaching because I'm not really good at selling things. You guys, when I started coaching, I would go to church, and then I just started posting about church is where I hung out in the beginning. I didn't have a lot of friends with Beachbody or anything at the time. We just hung out at church. And so at some of the events, I would go to church and people would come up and they'd be like, oh, what's this Beachbody thing you're doing? I love that. Church is a hospital for the sick. That's amazing. I got distracted again. I apologize, but that's amazing. That's a really good way to put it. But I would have people come up to me as a new coach being like, what's this Beachbody thing you're doing? And I'm awful, let me just tell you, at sharing what I do in person. Thank God we get to do this behind a computer screen and on a phone and through social media, because in person I'm like, don't talk to me. I just shut down. So I did that. When people would come up and ask what Beachbody was, I was like, I don't know, this fitness thing that I do. email me, like message me on Facebook. And I was awkward. I was like, I literally couldn't explain what coaching was in person. I am not a good salesperson. I am a terrible salesperson, okay? And if you go to my social media, you go to my Instagram, you go to my Facebook, I am not a salesperson, okay? What I do, and what I do very well, is I share my journey. I share my workout videos, I share what I eat, I share my life, I share about my kids, I share about my dogs. I am an open book, and I share my journey, and that is how we sell. We don't sell, we share, okay? There's a huge difference. You look at other companies, and I'm not going to name names, but you know, blasting products all over social media, or you get added to these groups and you're like, ugh, like get away, like take me out of these groups. That's not what we're doing, okay? We're not blasting our crap all over social media. We are simply sharing our journey, and Beachbody happens to be a part of that, okay? I hope that helps with some of the selling ickiness, because I don't want to be a salesperson either. I'm not a salesperson at all. Like if I had to, one, go like door to door or like throw parties or something like that, like, ooh, I wouldn't be where I am today, because I wouldn't have done it. If this business depended on face-to-face, I'm out. Like I could not do it. So know that that's not a part of it. Okay. That's not what we do. Oh, thank you, Jody. I know. I'll let you guys drop all the names. I don't need to drop them. You guys already know who I'm talking about. Last objection that I hear quite a bit is the fear of failure. Okay? And all I'm going to say on this is, you know, that quote that goes around on Pinterest, but, you know, it says, what if I fail? But darling, what if you fly? Okay? I had no freaking idea that I would be as successful as I am today when I started. And I don't just mean rank and like recognition and like, you know, having pictures made of me. I don't mean any of that. I mean financially, I had no freaking clue that this was even possible. No freaking clue. Like beyond belief, blown away. Okay? Mentally, this business has completely and totally changed me. I used to hide behind my husband. I used to be a very speak when spoken to person. I used to not have a lot of confidence. Even when I was in the gym and doing the pump classes, like I just wasn't a very in your face, bright, super fun person. Okay? But I am now. I speak my mind. I am very open. I am just not the same person mentally that I used to be. And thank God for that. Thank God for that. Okay? Physically, definitely not the same person I used to be. Not only do I not struggle with the eating disorders and things like that anymore, but I physically am in better shape than I was. I went through this period where I actually competed. After I was a coach, I actually competed. About a year into my business, I decided to compete, and again, ruined my metabolism, completely regretted it. But now, like recommitting to the programs and doing, I did the Ultimate Reset in March of 2016, and then I did our 21 Day Fix Extreme program after that, which is 21 days, and then I did Insanity Max 30, which is 60 days, and then I did Country Heat, which is 30 days, and then I did Hammer and Chisel, which is 60 days. So I went through that series of programs last year, and to this day got in the best shape of my life, even outside of competing. Like even being on like a chicken and broccoli diet every single day, like still in the best freaking shape of my life, with our programs, with Beachbody, with workouts from home, from my living room, and from Shakeology. This business has completely and totally changed my life in every single way it could possibly be changed. And I am forever grateful. Okay? So what if you fail? What if you fail? You still have access to the best programs in the entire world. Okay? You still have accountability every single day. You still have friendships that are going to be built every single day. Okay? What if you fail? Are those things so bad? Like, even if you don't succeed in the business, which you will, again, if you follow XYZ and you share your freaking journey, so what? Right? I started with the Ultimate Reset. It's a 21-day detox. That's what I started with. I actually lost 17 pounds on that Ultimate Reset program. Unreal, like unbelievable. So now you guys are probably wondering like how to earn money. Maybe? No? Nobody's wondering how to make money? Okay. Hi, Danny. So I'll share just a few ways that we're able to make money. There are actually like 15, 17 different ways that we actually earn, like all in all. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, the Ultimate Reset isn't available in Canada yet. I'm sorry. I know. Soon, hopefully. But yeah, there are many different ways to actually earn income. Okay. Our main way is through retail sales. We earn 25% commissions on anything sold through our websites. Beachbody actually sets you up with a website, when you sign up, that anything sold through your site, you get 25%. Okay. We also earn what's called a team cycle bonus. As you start to bring people on with you, people who are passionate about what we do or not passionate about what we do, people that you sign up maybe through a webinar like this, that are interested in the business opportunity, you start to earn income based on the volume that they produce. Okay. This is a very confusing way to earn money, but we definitely cover it in your training and kind of explain how to actually maximize that and things like that. So the real residual income, like my income now, is based on my team cycle bonus, just because I've built up people who want to work this business with me, who share the same passion. So we earn money off of our club memberships, which include our Beachbody On Demand, additional meal planning, and things like that. We actually earn 50% commission on that. We have bonuses every quarter. Beachbody sets aside 2% of their actual earnings, and they pay those out to specific ranks in the business. So once you get to a specific rank, you can start earning quarterly bonuses. Some of those bonuses are more than I made in my entire, in a year prior to coaching. Okay, so they are very substantial when you get to specific ranks. You are eligible to earn in your first week. Remember, I made $243 in my first week as a coach. We get paid weekly every single Thursday, so that's usually why all the coaches are smiling on Thursdays, is because that's our payday. We have no stock that you have to keep. Again, no parties you have to throw. Okay? All of it's done online. All of our training is done online at your own pace. We don't have any, quotas that you have to hit to be a coach. We don't have any of that. Okay? If you want to work this business, you work this business. If you don't want to work the business, then you don't have to work the business. If you want to make it a hobby, you can be a hobby coach. Again, remember in the beginning, I said whatever success looks like to you, whether it's $100 a month or $1,000 a month, that's what we will work towards. Okay? That is all I have to share with you guys. I am more than happy to answer questions if you guys want to for a few minutes. I'm not in a hurry at all. Let me scroll back up and see if I missed any questions. I think I got most of them. If you guys have questions that I didn't answer, just feel free to comment again. Do you guys ignore anybody who struggles? What do you mean? That didn't sound like a very positive question. Can you rephrase that one? I don't ignore people that struggle. Feel free to ask questions, guys. I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. Dexter's just sitting here looking out the window. How to sign up? Good question. Okay, good question. So when you sign up, you have two ways to sign up, okay? First way to sign up is definitely the way I recommend. It's how I signed up. We sign up as a coach with a challenge pack, okay? This challenge pack starts at $140. They go all the way up to $305 or something like that. Our All Access Pass, which I recommend, which is the club membership package that gives you access to every single program, including the new programs that we come out with this year, is $199. So for not much more than $140, you can get the $199 package and get access to everything. Okay. But yeah, so you can sign up with that. That actually waives your $40 sign up fee. So it'd be $140 total, tax and shipping on that. Shipping is only $2 on the challenge packs. So that's option number one. Option number two is to sign up as a coach with the $40 sign up, but you do need 50 PV. So you would need to spend about $60 more on top of that worth of products to actually be signed up as an active coach. Okay, so what I'm going to have you guys do is if you are interested in signing up, message the person that sent you to this webinar, okay? If you have a coach that specifically reached out and invited you to the webinar, please message them and say, hey, just, even if you just need to ask questions that didn't get answered, please reach out to them. If you saw this in your news feed through my page, through my Instagram, through my Facebook, please message me directly and I'm happy to answer questions for you, okay? If you don't have a coach at all, or this got shared, try to dig deep and find out who got you on this call. But if you still aren't sure who actually referred you to this webinar or how you actually saw it, shoot me a message and I'll help you figure out who got you to this webinar, okay? How do you build up your clients? By sharing your journey. That's it. By sharing your journey. In our training, we talk about how to really use social media. We talk about how to post. We talk about when to post. We talk about what to post. We talk about how to add people, who to add. But we really just use social media. We use social media and that's it. I'm on Instagram. I used Facebook for probably the first 2 years of my business. And then I started a business page and then I started Instagram, and I'm on Snapchat a lot now. Instagram and Snapchat are usually my my most popular platforms right now. So you have options. We don't offer health insurance. So I have private insurance actually. But it's about the same that we were paying through Brett's job, only we have to pay it now. It's not automatically taken out of our check. So it's kind of a wash. What if you are a bit of a recluse and have a small, tight-knit group of friends? How do you find the peeps? Through social media. That's the beauty of social media, you guys. It doesn't matter who you know. You guys, I grew up in a town that has 457 people. I'm pretty sure that's still the number on the population sign since I moved in 2005. Okay? Very small town. I had 16 people in my graduating class. Ridiculously small town. Look at me now. All right? I could play that rap song if you want me to. Social media is amazing. Cece says, I'm on the fence because of the initial cost and cost of Shakeology. I don't necessarily want to make an income, just want to pay for the shakes. Easy. If you can help 3 people a month, you can cover your shakes plus some play money. Okay, that's it. 3 people. Okay, but you also have to keep in mind that we get 25% discounts as coaches. So with our 25% discount, you're paying less than $4 a day for a meal. Okay, most people, hi, I spend more than that on coffee. Okay, and I know a lot of other people do too. So keep in mind that daily price difference and think about working it into your grocery budget, because if you're paying $4 a day for a meal, that's pretty inexpensive. Okay. If they're trying but not succeeding, I've heard people say that they're ignored. Just worries me a bit hearing that. Okay, and I've not gonna lie, I've heard that before. Okay, but the thing is that, say for instance you join Lux Republic. Okay, we have a team of nearly 6,000 people. Okay, so those people that are showing up and trying, absolutely they get attention. Okay, absolutely they get help. But you have no idea how many people sign on and just don't do anything and don't show up and don't post and aren't willing to go through the training and don't really do much of anything. And definitely those people do not get the attention. I would like to say that they do, but if you run a business as an entrepreneur, you are taught in every single way, shape, form of in every aspect to spend your time with those people that show up and spend your time with the top 20% of your team, right? You guys have heard that before, okay? So as long as you are showing up and as long as you are willing to work, then absolutely you will get attention, you will get training, you will get everything you need to be successful. But I will tell you, this is not a get rich quick business. If you are trying, if you are, jumping in and doing everything you need to do every single day, then you're going to be successful. But it's not going to come easy, and I'm not going to do it for you. I can't do it for you. I wish I could do it for you, but I can't. So every success that you have is based on the effort that you guys put in. Yes, you can write off expenses. You can write off Shakeology. You can write off workout clothes. You can write off a portion of your mortgage, a portion of your rent. There are a ton of different expenses that you can actually write off. Everybody's already answering these questions for you. How much time do you put into mentoring your coaches? If they sign up with me personally, I work at them all the time, every single day. Me as a coach, I work now all day. All day, every day. 1, because I enjoy it, and 2, because I need to, because I am still growing my business while growing other people. So absolutely, I put a lot of time into mentoring my coaches. How do I seriously get over myself and share my journey? I'm self-conscious about a mommy tummy and all the flaws, but seriously having amazing results. You guys, do you know how many people also have a mommy tummy? Do you guys have any idea how many people are also insecure? So what happens if you share about being insecure about that mommy tummy and you reach 5 other women that feel the exact same way and reach out to you and thank you for being so open and vulnerable? That's what's going to happen. I'm telling you right now, okay? I'm not saying you guys have to put on your bikini and take pictures. I am saying that you guys have to be open and willing to sharing your journey, okay? And when you're comfortable, that's when you can share your before and after. That's when you can share your progress pictures. Nobody's forcing you to do anything that you don't want to do. You have to do it on your own time and when it's the right time. But you have no idea how many people you're going to inspire by sharing your journey every single day, okay? I'm going to try to turn up my brightness a little bit. It's starting to get dark outside. You're welcome, guys. Yeah. Thank you for answering. I have a huge mommy belly. We all have. Okay, we've all been there. I promise. And honestly, I think that I'll just say this, I don't care. The people that I think have the most success are those people that have just had the baby, right? Because they're going to relate to so many people that feel like crap. Like, you've got this baby now, you're not motivated, you don't have the time to work out, but you're going to fit it in anyway, and you're going to have success anyway, and that's going to be super freaking motivating, okay? Yes. How can a new coach get into Summit even with no clients? You can pay to go to Summit. You can just flat out buy a ticket to go to Summit, but most coaches try to work and earn that free ticket. The tickets start, I think now, in the beginning, like right after Summit, when they start to promote the next Summit, which is our annual event. It's like a big Beachbody party, basically. They will open up cheaper tickets, but usually, like right now, tickets are like $295, but coaches can earn them for free. Doesn't matter how old your baby is, girl. Doesn't matter. Don't overthink it. Stop thinking. That's it. You stop thinking and you just do it. Okay? Oh, is it only $195 currently? That's good. Okay, so it is only $195. Sometimes at this point they're already $295. Aw, Casey, thank you, girl. We have an amazing team. Not biased, I swear. If I was an outsider looking in, I'd be like, holy shit, that's an awesome team. But we really do have a cool team. Carol's baby is 20. What's your excuse? That's funny. Any other questions before I let you guys go? Anybody? I appreciate you guys for listening and allowing me to share my story and hopefully connect with some of you, and I hope to see some of you on our team page. I'm not gonna lie, like this business has completely changed my life, and it's been a freaking blast being able to share this opportunity and allow other people to change their lives. So thank you, Megan. All right, well, I will let everybody go. I appreciate the 80 people that are still on and still watching. I love it. My shirt says, "But first, gangster rap." If you follow me on Snapchat, I usually like lip sync every day before my workout, and so I've kind of developed this love for gangster. It's weird. I'm the whitest person ever, I swear. Thank you, Tiffany. I appreciate that. You guys are so sweet. Okay, I will let you go. I will get this posted and get this up on YouTube, and I will share the recording in this group, in this event page, okay? If you know anybody that might be interested, please don't hesitate to send them the recording. That way they can take a look at this opportunity and see if it's for them. Hopefully it's for all of you. Hopefully it's for all of you and all of your friends and all of your family. And I cannot wait to see what you guys do with this opportunity. Okay? Everybody have an amazing night, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.